Hello everyone. In this quick video, we will see how can we efficiently use static timetable, and once the timetable is set, how can we make the necessary regular proxy changes throughout the year. So let's get started. Well, before we dive into the static timetable, let me clear it out. For the school, we recommended to use static timetable, and for the college, we recommend to use dynamic timetable. So uh, don't get yourself confused because here in this video, we'll create the timetable in a static timetable. But after that, the necessary proxy changes we'll do using dynamic timetable. However, in the college case, they do not use static timetable at all. They start editing timetable in a dynamic using dynamic timetable option, and throughout the semester, throughout the year, they keep on changing, updating, and copying the timetable using dynamic timetable. So let's get started with the static timetable. Well, so let me select class 9. So this is my class where I want to set up the timetable. Okay, these are my classes as subjects and my faculty members. So what I do to start with, I just drag and drop this to, let's say, slots 9 to 10. Okay. Oh, and I get a conflicts. So it says that lecture get conflicts with class 9 rate where the Francis Matthew is busy in the class 9 between 8 to 9. So if I want to allow conflicts, I can allow, otherwise just close this. Okay, so if I click on allowed conflicts, it will set like this. Okay, but yeah, I don't want this conflicts. So what I do, I just drag and drop and put into the 9 to 10. So this way, you just keep on drag and drop and keep on creating a timetable, and system will automatically help you for the conflicts management. Well, so I set the timetable 9 to 10. Now I wanted to repeat this timetable for the entire week. So what I do, I will click on, repeat. So here I just clicked on repeat, and for the entire week this timetable is repeated. And let's say I don't want this timetable on Saturday, so what I do, I just click there and click on delete and it will be removed. But let's say I want that schedule on Saturday, so what should I do? Okay, so again, I can just do drag and drop, but better option is like, just click there, just say control C and go to the Saturday and just say control V, and it's done. The same way, if I want on a Sunday, I should do the control C and control V the same way. Okay, so this is set there. Okay, so that is option number one. Now option number two. Okay, let's say I select the science and put it there between 11 to 11:50, 11 to 12. Okay, and then I just say control C, go to the Wednesday, control V, I go to the Friday, control V. On Saturday, I want the lecture, but I want lecture on maybe on a first place. So I do control V and then drag and drop. So this is the way efficiently I can manage the timetable. Well, after two lectures, there is a break. So I can, select the break here. Okay. So this is a maybe, 10-minute break, but let's say I want 15-minute break. So I can, make it to 15 minutes like this way. Okay. Or maybe I can select here and make it edit and, I make it, 15-minute, 20-minute break like this way. And then after, maybe I can just say repeat. So this is the way entire timetable, the entire break would be copied, and this is the way we can create a timetable. So this is the quick way of creating the timetable, static timetable for the class 9 for the entire week. So let me repeat these things. Okay, so this is repeated, static timetable is created. Now let's see how we can make the proxy changes, because this is our fixed timetable and which we wanted to run for the entire year. But assume, let's say, tomorrow is a Thursday and tomorrow this Francis is not available, he's on a leave. So we need to do proxy management. How we will do that? So for that, I'll go timetable and I'll go to, let's say, dynamic timetable. Okay. Now the biggest part, in dynamic timetable, which you should notice that, dynamic timetable is per day. Okay. Here is a week, 3 day, day view, a month view. It's a month of August. Okay. You can go back, go previous, you go today. Okay. There's a week view, month view. So let's say I select class 9. Okay. 9A and just say show timetable. So I see the timetable according to the what I set up in static timetable. Don't get you confused. I can see some boxes there which might be created because of some dynamic things. Let me remove that. Okay, let me remove that. Okay, or let me just go back. Yeah, let me go here. This is the better. Okay, so in this week, I see the exact timetable is like what I set up in static timetable. So let me open up that in a next window. Okay, so I just see, I can compare. So this is a static timetable, and exactly the same way I can see the schedule here from Monday to Sunday. Okay, from 8th August to 17th August. Now let's say on 13th, 14th August, Matthew is not coming. Okay, he's on leave. So what I can do, I can delete the Matthew like this way. Okay, so that timetable will be empty. Okay, if I go to the next week Matthew's lecture would be there, but in the current week Matthew is not available. Okay, now let's say on Friday Matthew is not available. So okay, uh, uh, what I do proxy management. So I click there and I find out the right person who is available. So let's say, let me pick up English, Julia. So I click there and now, Matthew's lecture is deleted and, Julia's lecture is created for Friday, 15th August, 9 to 10. Now, if I go to the next week, I'll see, there is a timetable for Matthew regularly available. Okay, so this is the way dynamic timetable work. But if you go here and just refresh, nothing has been changed here. You just refresh this. Okay, this timetable will remain exactly as it is, what we have created. But here in a dynamic timetable, let's say, I go to dynamic timetable and I select, class 9 and show timetable. Okay, so necessary changes would be available. Here, then Matthew is not there, Julia is there. Okay, so this is the way, the entire things will work. Okay. So I hope you got a clear-cut understanding how we can make necessary proxy changes. And by the way, the whatever proxy changes you do, even further, you can add the timetable as well. It's just not about delete or proxy, okay? Or maybe you can just go add timetable and just pick up any person and you can drop there, okay? So this is the lecture. Let's say this is the lecture, 2-hour lecture, okay? Let me make it for 2 hours, okay? Yeah, this is for 2 hour. This lecture would not be available next week because it's only specific to Thursday. I'm changing whatever changing I'm doing in dynamic. That is not gonna change on our original timetable, but that changes will reflect on a specific days. This is a powerful mechanism. Parents, students, and the faculty members, when they go to the mobile app, web app, they will see the timetable as per the proxy and changes and the works we have did. So this is the way this tool will work, and I hope this will be very helpful to you and your organizations. In case of any question queries, feel free to reach out at support@educloud.app. Thank you.